you can generate internal power and channel that internal power into your manifestations, into creating your dream life. It's going to allow you to feel more present. It's going to allow you to feel more confident, in control of life. It's going to allow you to feel like more of a man, because masculine energy is naturally penetrating. Attention is forceful or powerful in proportion to the narrowness of its focus. That's a quote from Neville Goddard's book, The Power of Awareness. So our attention is powerful based on how narrow our attention is. So when our attention is just taken away by life, by distractions, by technology, by everything that's around us to distract us and take us out of our power, we lose our sense of power. That's why a lot of us neurodivergent men, like guys with anxiety and ADHD, we lack our internal power, which is why we procrastinate a lot, because we're easily distracted, and so we lack power, and it actually puts us in a state of survival, which means we experience the survival emotions. It has a big effect on our overall happiness levels. It has a big effect on our life. In order for you to really start creating, being a powerful creator and having the confidence that comes from knowing that you can do the things that you want to do, you want to learn how to narrow your gaze, how to narrow your focus, how to put your attention onto something for long enough until you can create it in your life without being distracted with everything that's surrounding you. And it can be quite a challenge, especially when we're lost in our habits and addictions, especially to technology, because it's just depleting us of that beautiful energy. It literally is depleting us of the internal power, the life force energy that we carry within. We're like giving it up to our screens, we're giving it up to our habits and addictions, to the bad food, the drugs, especially the pornography as well. And then we're left with so little energy, we've got nothing to put into creation and to put into creating the life we want. We're left kind of depleted as men, and then the only thing left to do is just to drink more and distract more. So we get caught up in that heavy kind of spiral without any real growth. If you want to feel more confident, like more of a man in life, ideally, if you want to feel that, if you want to feel your internal power, you want to work on being able to focus. It's the lack of focus that's weakening us. How do you refine your focus? You got to practice, unfortunately, because it's the only way. There's no way, there's nothing anyone can say to you that's just going to suddenly make you become more focused, other than you practicing it like a muscle. And that's how it works. If you go to the gym and if you once a week you go to the gym and do one bicep curl and then go home, you're not going to notice any difference doing that. You may as well not bother. There's just no growth in that. Now, it's the same with our attention. Okay, your attention, your ability to focus is like a muscle. If you just focus on something, like in meditation or your embodiment, by focusing on your body sensations, if you do that once a week, it's not going to make any real difference. But if you do it continuously, consistently over a period of time, you're going to start noticing a difference. And I know if you have ADHD, that's annoying to hear, and it will probably put you off doing it, because it's like, what's the point? I want something now. I need that thing now. That instant gratification that comes from having a lack of focus, So it could be just setting an alarm, meditating for 2 minutes a day and just focusing on your breath, focusing on something. One thing you can focus on is the feeling of having what it is you want, because that's how we manifest. We got to access the feeling of having what it is we want, but most of us can't do that for long enough because of the distractions. We also want to be able to focus what stands in the way of us having what we want, the uncomfortable emotions, long enough in order to heal them, but we tend not to do that as well, because again, we're so easily distracted. So learning to refine our attention, our focus, is one of the most powerful things we can do. I mean, this has been known for thousands of years. It's all perfectly documented. When we look at the polyvagal theory, which is like a modern day approach of looking at manifestation and the nervous system, we can see that when we're in fight or flight, we lack focus. Focus and presence and embodiment and grounding can only really come when our nervous system feels safe. Most of us live with an unsafe nervous system, and therefore we can't access the focus, and then our life tends to be an expression of insecurity and of incompletion, because we're not focused enough to take something to completion. We start, we give up, we go back, we say we're going to do something but we don't do it, right? So that's another quality of masculinity, is completing on the things we start, because it starts developing some direction in life. That's what we want, is we want to be able to develop, have more direction, so we start stepping forward. It's a really powerful and beneficial trait to adopt if you want to have better relationships and just enjoy life in general, really. Yeah, I hope this helps. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.